All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to some Academy League action. We've got the second game of the stream. We've got the Bears versus the Outlaws here. I'm Wolf alone. I'm joined by Rio. What do you got to say about this match?
It looks to be quite interesting because the Bears have a chance to get a little bit higher up here in these standings. I believe they might have the Outlaws, both of them might have a chance at a wild card spot. It's hard to tell at this point with all the teams near the same win-loss percentage. But
definitely when it does come down to this division, it is so close. It's mind-blowing. All the teams are within about 6 games of each other, and for the Bears, in order to claim the division title, they'll have to 4-1 or 5-0. Otherwise, the Outlaws take it outright. And then there's always the chance for the Pirates to just come on in and sneak by.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if the Bears win 4-1 and the Pirates 5-0 this week. That's going to put them at a tie, and then we're going to have to head into all these fancy tiebreaker scenarios. So this game could have some decent implications on the playoffs for the AL League entirely.
And I'm definitely thinking 2 spots from this division definitely are going to be looking to go towards playoffs. So, with that being said, let's get this game underway. We've got the Bears versus the Outlaws, and a very key series to determine a lot of playoff outcomes for this division. And here's the kickoff here as we've got Obscurity versus Mr. T.
Yep, and good little play into the corner. Sammy's almost got the clear out there, but it was blocked off quite quickly. Obscurity? Oh my goodness, these names.
Obscurity.
I know I can say it, I just don't know how many times I can say it quickly. Obscurity is going to take the ball. Oh my God, Mr. T. Okay, that's Mr. T. Too many X's in there. We got Mr. T coming out. Sammy's going to put the ball almost on net, just a little wide. And right now, I thought one of the Bears players were going to go get for that, but they left it there for Mr. T and Sammy to take a shot with, and not quite enough power or angle to get it past the Bears defense, but open net. Obscurity has a chance. He passes it up to Retro. He's going to get it into the middle, but not quite on target. Decent little challenge there from Sammy. Mr. T's coming up to challenge this. He misses the challenge, and Sammy's going to be left back by himself, but right now Retro should have a goal. As I say that, Sammy's like, nah, I got this, and Mr. T's going to go take a nice little shot on net here.
The turnaround there. Retro just had to keep that ball low. Sammy was waiting up high, gets the save out, and then Mr. T able to take it past Obscurity, finding the back of the net, and what a 2-goal sweep there. Could have been a goal for the Bears. Instead, it comes out for the Outlaws. And we're just a minute in. Here's Mr. T off the kickoff. He has a chance as both players went. That's off, but Sammy's there, and that's a save by Retro Devil.
Yes. Okay, Obscurity's going to take the ball up the mid. He's got a decent chance here, but doesn't quite keep control. Sammy's going to get the block in the corner. Mr. T, I thought he was going to come over the challenge. We decided it was a better idea to push back, and he might be correct in that. But then he comes into the middle, misses the touch, and unfortunate little bounce off of Sammy there, and Retro's going to take advantage and tie this up.
And just an unfortunate miss there by Mr. T. Comes out, Sammy's trying to recover, slows down the ball, but the ball just pops right out perfectly for the Bears themselves once again. And that is 1-1 in favor of no one there as we get the ball all tied up. Just a minute and 40 in here to this game number 1, and so far a lot of offensive opportunity for this Outlaws. 5 saves already coming out from the Bears, 4 from Obscurity.
Yeah, oh my goodness, Outlaws already have 7 shots in the first 2 minutes of this game. So they're definitely putting on the pressure, as honestly it has felt that way, so it's not betraying our eyes here. But Sammy's going to push up right now. He's got a decent chance to get a touch here, but not quite the touch he wants. Obscurity is going to take it into the corner off the wall. He's going to decide to come down with it. Retro's in the middle waiting for a pass. We'll see what happens. A decent little flick. A bad challenge there from Retro might leave the net open, but Mr. T is not able to wrangle that ball up. But he does hit it into the corner. Sammy goes up for a decent shot, but a fantastic save by Obscurity then. Oh my goodness, his name. Sammy in the middle is going to take one more chance at the net here, but that guy saved it once again.
Okay. But, and it's such a good opportunity there coming out from Retro Devil. Gets the setup. Unfortunately, off the security went all the way back. And the Outlaws, I don't think they realized that no one was really challenging them. So they just wasted a lot of time trying to get that ball out of the way. And Retro Devil will punish after the fail clear by Sammy.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. T missed the ball right there on the corner. And Sammy just, yeah, unfortunate angle. And he got beat to the ball. Just one of them plays that it's just a mechanical miss. There's not much you can do about it except just get better next time. It's just one of those things.
That's my. I completely understand. I've been in the same exact situation, being in academy last season. So it's just like for some of the goals that do end up happening, it's just an unfortunate miss here or a whiff there, and really it changes the tide. But what I have noticed is the Bears are looking for this aggressive play with the demos. That's a double commit coming out from the Outlaws. That's a team bump from the Bears, and the ball just sits in midfield for off the security to freely hit.
Yeah, I was wondering who was going to go for that there, and they decided to take a minute. But Mr. T is going to go ahead and get the ball. The one thing I have noticed, I have seen the Outlaws playing a bit more from the air than the Bears have, and if that continues, that could end up being an advantage for them as long as they hit the ball when they go in the air. Offie Security, though, is going to get the nice little clear here from over their net. If he's going to try and follow it up, not quite there. Retro gets the touch, though. Not the clear he wanted, as Mr. T is able to get up and knock it down, but I don't know. Yeah, Sammy's not there to take advantage of that. Offie Security knocks it back towards their own net. Just playing a little game here, trying to see who's going to hit the ball. Wait and find out. Mr. T's going to knock it down over middle, and Retro's got a one-on-one if he moves quicker, but not quite the speed there to do much with it.
Unfortunately, Retro just caught out of boost there. And Sammy went for a little bit of an air dribble, but both teams seem to just, if they end up missing out on their initial touch, they'll just go for the bump. So far.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing in this situation. If you get the miss and you see somebody you can bump, it might at least break up the other team's play. Sammy gets around the last defender there, see if he can take advantage of the Offie Security is already back, but he misses the wall touch. Mr. T is going to have a chance here. He gets it up. Sammy's in place, but a fantastic save from Retro to keep the game 2-1.
Sammy just misses just wide there, and the Bears come out with the win, and that's what they're needing here. They need more of those. Get the wins. Get all of it.
It's a fantastic game. We have the Outlaws with 9 shots on net. They had a lot of shots, but the Bears had 7 saves, so they definitely did their job on defense.
And definitely 9 shots coming out from the Outlaws, 7 saves in favor of the Bears. So coming out very strong was the Bears defense and the offense. I can't wait to see what ends up going out and seeing if these teams do progress more to try and get more of some passing plays together, because a lot of it was just hit the ball, chase the ball, and see what happens.
All right. Well, we are loading into the second game of the series here. I'm interested to see, like I said, it seems like the Outlaws are going for a lot of these aerial hits, and if they start connecting on them more often, I think they'll have the advantage over the Bears, but they have to hit them. They can't keep having these unfortunate mechanical misses. But those happen. Do we got our players in? I think. Yes, everybody's in here. Yeah. And they are locking in, getting on the field, ready to go. It looks like we're going to have Retro Devil facing off against Mr. T to start out with here. And I have the wrong cam on field. All right. Sammy's going to go ahead and take the ball here. Off Security is there to defend, but he knocks the ball back towards his own side and decides to do a little dance around it. Retro's going to come in and clean this up. He's got a decent chance to get a shot here, but he waits a little too long. He gets a nice little flick, a little too high. Off Security is not able to follow that up with the goal. They're going to take it back to their side and reset. Mr. T doesn't want that, though. Mr. T wants to get the goal right now, and they're going for it. And that was a 3-man midair miss, and Mr. T wanted to add the number 4 to that. So this is Academy League, and I love it.
Academy whiffing high and whiffing low, but But with that being said, you know, the Bears looking to just try and control the ball more, but the Outlaws just saying no and just constantly going after them.
Yeah, it is interesting. And Mr. T definitely seems to be the more aggressive one on the Outlaws. They have a nice pass play attempt here, but he tried to go for the cut dribble there. Not quite in the position he needed to get it off. Obfuscurity's going to knock it back center. He's going to leave Retro one-on-one, and he's not in a good spot to make that play. And that's going to be the first goal of this game. It's going to bring the Outlaws up 1-0 with just over a minute gone.
And it was just a good long clear coming out from Mr. T, winning the challenge in the midfield. And then just getting that follow-up touch past the last Bears defender. So, but with that said, Outlaws up by 1, but Bears not afraid down. And here's a chance of their own. A soft touch by Mr. T, but the Bears just trying to be a little bit more patient with their challenges and their touches.
Ooh.
So that way, but that's a good demo coming out from Sammy, and it gives the Outlaws all the time they need.
Yeah, that was a good win from Obfuscurity on that 50-50. Unfortunately, he blew up right after, so couldn't do much with it. We got a decent chance for a nice little pass play here, but Retro's got the challenge, he's got the clear, and the Outlaws are going to have to retreat to their own side to try and get this ball back. He got the challenge. Oh my goodness, what an unfortunate set of circumstances that just happened there.
And very much unfortunate, Retro Devil does a good job trying to get the bounce shot. Unfortunately, Outlaws decided it needed a little bit more help and a little more juice on it, and finds the ball perfectly into the net. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but here's Sammy on the follow-up.
Wow.
No one goes up for it from the Bears, and Mr. T just jumps right on in it.
Yeah, as a recent Academy player myself, I know that is always an issue, is usually you end up playing too far up in the net, or you just don't think you can get to it, so you don't leave the ground, and by the time you realize you can get to it, it's a little too late.
And that's why you just challenge everything.
As long as you can hit the ball, go for it. But
you can hit ball, go ball.
Yes,
That's definitely how I got out of Academy.
Nice
that's
demo.
A great demo by Obfuscurity, and he finds the tying goal.
Fantastic play there. Nice little flick, followed by the demos, able to secure that goal. And it might not be the best play of the week, but remember, people, if you do see a play that you think is worthy of play of the week, go ahead and clip it. You can tweet it out with the hashtag MLE or POTWMLE. Oh my goodness, I forgot it in mid-sentence. Or you can always submit it on our Discord.
Yes.
In the Play of the Week channel.
And that's a good save from Obfuscurity, and the Outlaws are just back on the attack. Getting the ball off the backboard here seems to be the good play. Sammy with a great pass, and Mr. T follows it up for a hat trick.
Yeah, very nice play. He hit it off the backboard, was able to get in position for the second touch, and that drew out the defender just enough for Mr. T to get the shot on net. But we are up 3-2 for the Outlaws with half the game left to go. See if they can hold on to this league, or if the Bears are... I mean, they're only one shot off, so it shouldn't take much from them back with a fantastic little flick there from Obfuscurity.
Obfuscurity has been doing those flicks so well and so long. Now, for me, it's going to be interesting to see if the Outlaws just look to try and challenge more. That's a great shot from Sammy, but a better save from Retro, getting the ball out and away from this Outlaws team. And now the Bears just have 2 minutes in order to try and tie this game back up and make sure that they put themselves in the best chance for playoffs.
Yeah, I believe, as we have stated, well, nice shot as I was going to go in there. Decent
Nice
little
shot
touch.
and flick.
Yeah, very much so. Nice little stop on the ball. He's able to get back to it and get just enough touch to get it over the defender and into the net.
And then just as you were saying, I believe we are going to be going on to the same thing, is really if the Bears can win 4-1, they claim the division here. If the Outlaws can bring it back and get to such a close goal there from Retro, just off the post. But if the Outlaws can take 2 games off of this Bears, they've got the division, and it will be up to the Bears to try and get a wild card.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting setup. The Bears have a lot of work to do to get back in this game right now, and they're going to start on it right now just because I said something. So fantastic play though.
Yep, sounds about right. But that was a great challenge from Obscurity. Gets the ball out. Retro Devil already pushing up the field, expecting it. And Greatset gets a great touch behind the defender, finds the goal, and brings it back to a 1-goal deficit. Just 77 seconds left. Here's the cheat coming from the Bears, and they've got a chance. He just has to get it past one, but a weak shot, and Sammy will get the save out of the way.
Weak shot, and that was a bit of a dangerous challenge here by Obscurity. He got a touch on it, though, so the Outlaws weren't able to just run away with it. With Mr. T gone, though, I don't think there's going to be much pressure here unless they just lose this 50-50, and they do not. Retro's got a one-on-one chance here to get a goal, but Mr. T, he is back, and he is ready to defend his net. Sammy with another good challenge. They keep winning these challenges right now. If they keep doing this, they're going to get these shots on net that they need. Fantastic little dip there. Oh, what a save by Retro, though. He's able to get in front of that. I thought that was for sure a goal for the Outlaws. Obscurity is going to have his chance now to push up the field. He's got his teammate to the left. I see he wanted to get that pass, but both the Outlaws there. Yeah, they were both there waiting for it.
And now just 15 seconds remaining, roughly. That's a great pass. That's past Sammy. But however, Retro not able to get that in, so trying to look to center it up as the countdown does come up. The Bears are going to try and get it on. Obscurity's got the ball in his car. He's been dangerous.
Oh, no.
Looked for the pass off to Retro, but unfortunate there, and Mr. T gets it out by one. Retro's going to have to try and catch this, and is dribbling it the wrong way, so maybe looking to go across the entire way.
Oh,
great challenge by Sammy. The ball is still up, but Mr. T says, no more. Put it down. And he ends up getting the goal, or getting the win here for the Outlaws. Outlaws need one more game in order to claim the division. Bears have to win out from here in order to claim it for themselves.
Yeah, very much so. This is definitely the weekend of spoils because I think every game we've had on stream this weekend has had the chance of a team spoiling the other team's playoff hopes. And unfortunately, I think that has happened just about every single time. But Outlaws there in this game with 9 shots on net. 4 goals. That's not a bad shooting percentage, especially given the Bears have 4 saves there as well.
And then for the Bears themselves, 3 goals on 7 shots, 2 saves required. So very close for both teams when it does come down to the shooting percentage. But what I would like to see from the Bears is just playing it a little bit faster. They tried to take their time on the ball too much, trying to get it set up for those dribbles. And I wouldn't mind seeing them just try and get the ball away from these Outlaws players, then go for those dribbles. Because when those dribbles got set up, Obscurity was able to get a great flick demo, and that was a goal for the Bears.
Yeah. And as we are heading into Game 3 here in our series for the Bears vs. Outlaws, I want to take a minute to talk about one of our sponsors, Power A. They are a sponsor for Minor League Esports 9th season, and we couldn't be more pleased. Power A makes some of the best licensed gaming accessories you can find. This includes headsets, controllers for Xbox and Switch, and plenty of charging stations. Check them out at our site at mlesports.gg, where you can also see our other sponsors. And as we are into the game now, Obscurity is going to start it out quick, getting the ball onto the Outlaw side. Unfortunate miss there from Retro. It's going to leave a 2-on-1 for the moment as, that was almost a fantastic little flick into a pass there, but the defense held strong for the Bears.
And a little bit of a miscommunication by the Bears themselves. Obscurity bumped Retro, and then both players just sat there looking at the ball, thinking the other was going to hit it. But they're able to get the ball away now, but Mr. T responds and puts it right back on into the zone. So both teams just trying to look a good chance. That's a good chance by Sammy, and he finds the second touch in. And a great double tap from Sammy.
Yes, fantastic play. There is one worth clipping for the Play of the Week. For the Balls Guarana Play of the Week. You know, the winner of that every week gets a pack of Balls Guarana sent to their house. So if you see something you think's worthy, go ahead and submit it. Give them players a chance to get them fantastic drinks. And Mr. T is going to start out here with the nasty little demo. Obscurity once again wins the 50-50, but loses his car's life there for a short time. Nice little bounce, fantastic follow-up there from Obscurity.
And a great touch there coming out from Retro Devil. Just gets in the right place, uses his foot, perfect time, pops it behind Mr. T. and Obscurity is just able to come right on in and score that. Such a great goal coming out from the Bears, and a quick response too to be able to tie this game up.
It's very important that they keep this game close. They don't let them, at the very least, get more than a goal ahead. You know, you don't want ahead. The Bears, they got to stay in these games to be able to win them. Unfortunately, the last game did get a little bit away from them near the end, as the Outlaws are playing quite aggressive the whole time, and they are making sure if the Bears get the goals, they deserve it, because they're not letting them set anything up. Right now, Retro, he's weaving around the ball there. Not quite what he wanted to do, I'm sure. Mr. T is going to go hit the ball and just kind of pop straight up. He's just got to wait for it to come down at this point. Nobody's going up. Nobody's pushing. Sammy thinks he's, you know what, I got this. Nobody's going to go for it, but bounces over to Retro. He's going to take the ball off the wall. Obscurity's in the air. He gets a decent touch. I can't quite, well, not quite on net, and Sammy's going to clear it out, and Mr. T is going to get destroyed, so Sammy's going to have to take over once again. 1-on-2, and he manages to force that through there somehow.
And just a great play and ones there coming out from Sammy. Sees where Retro is and knows where he can try and put the ball. Sammy just reads it, pushes the ball through there with his car, and just places it right on into the net to where Obscurity can't get it. And Outlaws reclaim the lead here. But I don't think Mr. T would often enjoy getting destroyed here, but here's a chance, and he ends up getting it out and away.
Yeah, the Bears doing a good job of getting the pressure on right now. They need to keep the pressure up if they're going to get this goal back. And, oh, just not quite on target. I think Mr. T would have made the save anyways if it was on target there. Unfortunate miss by Retro Devil is going to let Mr. T get a nice one-on-one chance here, but a fantastic save from Obscurity. Sammy's going to follow through. They're putting the pressure on, very crazy pressure right now. And decent save there from Retro. I think he was just in the right place at the right time, but in the end, a save is a save. Oh, I thought for a second the officer was going to push up. That would have been a mistake, but he chooses correctly and falls back for the defense, but not quite the touch either of them were wanting, and Outlaws take advantage.
Very much so, and that was a good challenge by Obscurity. Unfortunately, Retro felt a little bit challenged there by Sammy and got pushed out, and Mr. T beats out up to be able to get to that ball, and 3-1 in favor of the Outlaws. So Outlaws just bringing on the pressure, and the Bears maybe bringing on the demos. It's just the chances aren't coming from them.
Yeah, we'll say that was a nice demo there, but the Bears got to pick up the pace a little bit if they're going to keep up with the Outlaws. The Outlaws just seem to be outspeeding them right now. They're usually to the ball first. If somebody goes for the ball, it's usually the Outlaws winning the race. But nice little attempt there from Retro Devil. They're going to get another chance, but the miss might cost them here. Oh no, off the wall, but the demo actually I think might have saved that shot on net. Retro Devil's going to get a chance to push up now. Mr. T gets up, gets a touch on the ball, clears it away from the Bears attacker. Obscurity's there to defend right into the corner, but Sammy's there to pick it up. We'll see what they do with this. I thought they were going to pass it, but Mr. T turned back into that a little early. Empty net. Officer's going to get back, but no, not quite the power needed to get the pass out in front of the net.
And a risky challenge, but it paid off for Obscurity, and the Bears know that they need to be able to push this ball faster and quicker, but the Outlaws just seem to be the better team here so far in the air, and especially when it comes down to the speed. The Bears seem to be more solid on the ground when they can take their time, but now they're going to have to be rushed, because if they want to claim the division, they need two goals in the next 45 seconds.
It's most certainly possible, but right now the Outlaws are keeping this pressure up and keeping ball control for the most part, it seems. Mr. T with a nice little pass there. Sammy not quite in position to take advantage of it, so Bears are going to get another chance. Every time they're slow playing it every time they get the ball, and just unfortunately don't think these slow plays are going to work against the Outlaws with the speed they're bringing right now. They're challenging everything. Nice little pass across the middle there. Retro's just a little too far up to take advantage of it, but still a fantastic play. Oh no, double commit from the Bears, but they still might get a goal off of it. Not quite. Obscurity just says, we're just going to keep control of it, keep this game on ours. And, wow, definitely kept control of it, took it and brought it back over. Fantastic play.
And just great control there from Obscurity. Gets it back out, and great communication to Retro Devil. Retro just sitting right in front of the net. It was just like, I've got the ball. I got the ball. I got the goal. Let's go. But now they need one more goal, which is 7 remaining. And Obscurity is going to go back for boost.
Oh, no.
That's an awkward touch. That's going to pop right on down. And Mr. T is going to read it, say no. The division is ours. And the Outlaws will end up taking the division here over the Bears. But we still have 2 more exciting games of Rocket League between these 2 teams for who will take the series.
Yeah, that was unfortunately that last hit was pretty much a prime example of how the series has gone so far. The ball got knocked up in the air over the middle, and instead of going up and to hit the ball in the air, the Bears were waiting on the ground for it to come to him, and Mr. T just took advantage of that and got up in there and knocked the ball down to secure the win for them. But stats-wise, this game was definitely much closer than the last couple. You know, they haven't been too far apart, but 8 shots for the Outlaws, 7 for the Bears, and a few saves apiece. So, very good game overall.
And it was a very strong game coming out from both teams, but we can both agree that the pressure was all in the Outlaws' favor pretty much that entire game. The Bears would get their shots on chance, but they weren't really getting more than 1 or 2 chances. The Outlaws had extended 30 seconds to a minute of pressure against this Bears team, and really that was the main difference here in this game.
Yeah, like I said, the pressure and the speed from the Outlaws just, I mean, there's a reason why they are indeed, first in their division, so they're showing us tonight, and it's fantastic showing from them. But we are into game number 4, I believe now. Yeah, game number 4. My brain worked. And Mr. T, yeah, he's going to come take the ball right in front of Sammy. Sammy's going to say, I get another chance here. He's going to hit it up into the corner. Obscurity with a nice little touch there off the corner wall. Those are hard to hit sometimes. Mr. T's there to pick it up. Nice little challenge from Retro. Sammy, is he going to go up for this? No, he made probably the smarter choice there and turned back. But Retro wasn't able to follow through with it anyways. Mr. T lone on defense for the moment. Not exactly the touch you want. Retro's going to get the shot, but Sammy made it back to defend, and the ball is just sailing across the field for now. All right, Mr. T's got his chance, but couldn't quite cut that one in.
And a good chance there from the Outlaws. Could have been a goal there, just couldn't find the angle was Mr. T. And right now, so far, this game is very much back and forth. The Bears are looking a lot stronger here on this offensive front, but the Outlaws continue to try and keep this pressure up as soon as it gets into the Bears' half.
Oh, good touch, just not quite the power on it, and unfortunately, Sammy was already there. Save it. Ooh, not the direction Retro wanted that ball to go, but his teammates over there, Obscurity, has got control of it. He's going to bring it down off the wall, but not quite able to finish it and bring it out to his teammate. Nice little player there from Mr. T. Obscurity is going to take control, though. He's going to try a nice little air play here, but couldn't quite keep up with the ball. Sammy with the 50-50 win there. Mr. T's up in there to follow up. Gets it knocked into the Bears corner, and Obscurity's up in that corner to get a good clear. Retro's there to follow this up in a fantastic play, but just the top bar, the crossbar did not want that goal in. That's unfortunate.
And the crossbar says no to the Bears, and it still remains a scoreless game. But that's a miss by 2 players, and that's a good shot on net by Obscurity, but Sammy able to get the save out and away, and no one really pushing this as this ball pushes out towards midfield, but Sammy able to get control, gets the pass out center, but Mr. T just on the other side of the field, not able to. So once again, just very much back and forth as we now cross halftime of this game.
Yeah, and as we cross halftime, Mr. Patiz, he keeps getting these nice little decent shots, but I think with the way the Bears, their defense seems to have been stepped up this game. The last game they did pretty well also. I think the Outlaws are going to have to start pushing maybe a little bit of team plays here to get a goal or 2 in. Unfortunate. Oh my goodness.
That's a huge miss as well. And
that's Academy.
Just chooses to back off, takes it slow, and Retro Devil is able to come bail him out there, and that's definitely reminiscent of Academy. Is just
I would like to say, like you just mentioned, Obscurity, he decided to pull back on that play, which was 100% the correct choice. I've made that mistake many times. I see my teammate miss, and I see the enemy miss, and then I go for it, and I miss.
I'm just like, oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, exactly. Going back, playing that safe, because at any moment that ball can fly across the field. As Retro Devil takes a nice little attempt there, but Obscurity, is he going to get back in time to finish this off? He gets the touch, but not quite on net, and Mr. T is able to clear it out. Retro Devil, unfortunately, missing there. He's going to be able to fall back in time to help his teammate on the defense as Mr. T pushes up the side of the field. Once again, nice little hit into the middle. I don't know if Sammy, yeah, he decided just to go get boost instead of going for the ball there. Didn't really cost him, but not exactly a choice you want to make all the time. I think Sammy's got to go for this. He does. Good little clear. Unfortunate miss there. Mr. T's going to follow up, though. And is that on net? Yes, it is.
And
fantastic touch.
And that's a great touch there from Sammy. Just gets the ball far enough away from Obscurity. And Mr. T, great job of being... And this is something that you talked about. Outlaws have been first to the ball almost every time this entire series. And that just proves it right there. Mr. T wins that challenge completely. No 50-50 needed. And it ends up being a goal in their favor. And just 45 seconds remaining, Bears are down 1.
Yep, and I don't want to harp on it. That's just, honestly, that's just how the play styles of these two teams has worked out so far this entire series. I think the Bears are a very good team. I think this matchup does not suit them very well. At least with these two players on each team, the aggressiveness from the Outlaws is pretty much countering the setups the Bears are trying to do for the most part. Like that right there is a decent attempt. Good little flick, little fake maybe even into it, but not enough power or speed on it to do much. Nice little play from Mr. T. He's got one left to defeat. Not quite there. Sammy, can you finish it off? He can try, but I think it's going to be a little high and off to the side. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and they have a chance, but unfortunately did not go where they wanted.
And the Bears have been doing a fantastic job this series. Great credit to them. They've gotten so far. And I believe they do have the wild card slot picked up, but
oh wow,
the Outlaws defense just stepped up that game.
Look at the Bears stats. Saves. The Bears had 9 shots that game.
Yeah, so 7 saves for the Outlaws. So the Bears definitely had a lot more pressure there in this last game, but it was just capitalizing on those last chances and a great goal that ended up happening for the Outlaws.
What's crazy is even with all those shots that the Bears have, it honestly did not feel like they had that much offense in that game. And that might just be my perspective on that, but that's how it felt to me. I felt like the Outlaws were constantly pushing, but they only had 3 shots that entire game there.
And sometimes you can really have that pressure. Like a lot of the long clears that the Bears did have were on net. The Outlaws mainly just took more control of the possession, which for me, it seemed like they did have more of in that game. And really that's what led to just them making sure they controlled the ball, but they didn't necessarily have to turn it into a shot. But here we are in game number 5, Bears versus Outlaws. And it starts off with a quick little back and forth.
Yeah, normal back and forth at the beginning of a kickoff. Unless, some crazy goal shenanigans happen. But not this time, as we got Obscurity taking the ball down the field, but Sammy up-ends him twice, just driving under him, trying to dribble him down the field with him. We got both the Outlaws in the corner here, but they were not punished this time. Mr. T up on the wall. We got Sammy off to his left. I don't know if he's going to try for a pass. I don't know if he was trying to or not, but Obscurity, he's playing a bit more aggressive so far this game, and I like that look on him. Hopefully they get these challenges in and don't let the Outlaws push. Like right now, Obscurity backing up. It's not exactly the best situation, but Sammy did lose control, so it left an open net, but a little too high, and Retro could not get up there to finish it. Obscurity going to take it back across. He's going to get another chance to bring it down for his teammate. See if he's able to. Not quite, as Mr. T gets the clear. And then an unfortunate miss there by Retro is going to leave it on a one-on-one here for... Fantastic save there. Let's see. Oh, that was odd. His car just kind of did a 180 there, but he managed to take advantage of the situation and get them a nice 1-0 lead in this series, in this game.
And definitely an interesting job by the Maverick pair. Just ended up pulling 180, but Mr. T just pops it right up, and Obscurity just being very quick to challenge the ball here in this game, finds the opening goal for the Bears, and the Bears are looking very strong so far here in game number 5.
Yeah, I like it. Like I said, it feels like they're being a little more aggressive this game. That demo there is definitely for that aggressive, and it's working out for them so far. Let's see if they can keep this up and keep the consistency up on hitting the ball. As Mr. T misses the ball as I speak of consistency. I like the idea there from Alpha Security to get the demo, but it took them way out of position, out of the play to try and get that, and unfortunately, Sammy's just going to take the ball down the field. Retro, he keeps trying to set up these slow little dribbles, and if he gets the pass off, it works quite well, but it gives a lot of time for the Outlaws to respond to it as well. Alpha Security's got a chance now, but not quite the touch. He can still get around and get another setup for his teammate, but Retro's going for boost at the moment, so we got a 2-on-1 breakaway here. Now it is a 1-on-1 as Sammy went back, and Mr. T just quite gets a little too much power on the ball and clears it completely past the net that time. All right. Excuse me. I had to get a drink of water there. Mr. T has got the ball. He's going to bring it back. He's good with these little solo plays. He's good at getting around one defender, but doesn't usually have the second one beat. That demo might have just saved a goal there against the Bears. As Alpha Security is going to pick it up, and they're just kind of keeping an eye on each other. Mr. T decides to take the ball. Nice little pass. Not quite what they wanted, I'm sure, with the shot, but I like the intent of that play.
And it was a good intent. Just the first touch by Sammy ends up allowing for those Bears to just crash in on the ball. And it was a great setup coming out, but that's unfortunate. But Office Security not there. And thankfully for the Outlaws, no goal comes from that. But the Bears are having fun bumping each other in the corner, but Outlaws are not able to imminently take care of that. But here's Retro off the sidewall, looking for a touch. And I like these bumps and demos that they're going for, but the Bears just need to be careful to not overdo them.
Yeah, that was a nice little bump to get Mr. T out of the net there, but unfortunately the shot wasn't on target to actually take advantage of that. Like I said, I like the idea and the strategy they're coming in. They seem to be playing much more aggressive this game. And as we say that, Mr. T is going to fall back and try to get a nice little defense. He does. He gets it over Retro. He's able to get down the wall. Gets out past Off Security too. Oh, but the good little pinch there clears it to the other side of the field, and that's going to kill the attack for now. But once again, Off Security had a chance to go up and challenge that, but he let Sammy go up on his own and didn't follow through, and just Sammy's able to clear it back towards the net. See if he does it again. He turns off. He could have gone for a challenge. I'm just not sure what's going on right now with these. I mean, obviously you don't want to mess up and miss, but you got to challenge, especially in twos.
And maybe just forcing the Outlaws to try and make a mistake. You know, the Bears do have the lead here, 30 seconds remaining. They're not going to try and look to overexert themselves, and I think what the Bears are currently looking to do is just hold on to the lead and try to not make a mistake, so that way the Outlaws can't come back into it.
And, you know, that's a fair situation to be in, but, you know, even in those situations, you still got to at least make sure the enemy doesn't get to do what they want. But with 3 seconds left, unless a mistake happens such as that, this might be it. But no, Mr. T wasn't able to get the pass out, so the Bears are going to take the last game in the series here. You know, a nice, you know, it's not going to help them much, but it is nice to get a win out before you know, at the last game, and, you know, it makes you feel better.
And the Bears came out very strong there, just, you know, 6 shots to 3. It really felt like the Bears had more of the possession, the more pressure that game. And it really, I liked the style of play that they did end up coming out with. And the Outlaws did very well, winning out in games 2 to 4 to claim their division. So congrats to them. I can't wait to see how they do in the playoffs. And that is not all. We do have one more matchup left here today. And we've got the Premier League Wizard versus the Spectre.
Yes, and that should be good.
And that will be a very good match. And we'll be able to see that here shortly after this quick intermission.
Have a good evening.